I'm so scared. What is this? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh my.
Gentlemen, boys and girls,
I'm
welcome.
gonna kick you in the nuts, dude.
Can't reach them. Anyway, welcome to the Football Stooges, the stupidest way to cover football imaginable. And boy, is it stupid, K-Duff.
Gorlami, you take this. Well, I was gonna let Gorlami see if he wants to take it, but
I hate my life.
yeah.
The only thing I got going for me is that the Badgers beat Michigan in college basketball.
That's true.
Oh.
This is a long edit. It's a very good edit.
I give it that transition from Field jersey to Williams is pretty good.
Oh yeah, delicioso. Yeah, Gorlami, immediate feelings.
Pistachio, see you later. McManus, fuck you. Keyshawn Nixon, you're just as bad as Kevin King.
Oh, we're back.
What?
If
Are we
Keyshawn
really
and
back
Brandon
to that?
McManus
No, not back to that yet.
on my betrayal list more times than Kevin King now.
But yeah, wild card round is over. We had some really exciting games. Honestly, I don't think there were any like blowouts full game wise.
Okay.
There was one that was a blowout because a team decided, wait a minute, we can play football now, and then played football in one quarter. We'll talk about that.
Well, no, the defense went 110%.
Yeah, and the offense said, wait a minute, we're playing football? Oh, and then played. But yeah. Again, welcome to Football Stooges, the weekly YouTube podcast where we break down football in the stupidest way you can imagine. I am Lob City, as always, your host.
And boy, is it stupid.
Very stupid. As you already saw, the very white man over there is Gorlami. Pure hate radiating from him because of the loss of the Bears and Packers game. Really good game, despite obviously the score. I obviously wanted the Packers to win, so a great situation there. Next up, the Football Stooges Pure Hand Sanitizer. 99.8% of all episodes, he's here. The one, the only, Macedon.
Shitulo's gone. And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Last but certainly not least, K-Drizzle.
I don't even like
Make it
Drake.
as a winner.
You don't like the Drake? Hate the Drake.
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake? Who's the Drake?
Who's the
The
Drake?
Drake is good.
The Drake. I actually really like this edit. It's good.
I don't know how you find some of this shit.
And they're like my
Some of the others are good, man.
yeah, my
I know as old as music master.
yeah, that music came out when Master was still in high school and when Gorlami was a twinkle in his grandfather's nutsack.
It doesn't even make sense. That literally doesn't even
You're
make
just a
sense.
spring chicken.
That's not physically
You're a spring
possible.
chicken. Everyone else here is grown and adults, and you're still trying to figure out how to get your temps license and stuff of that
You got one
nature.
with dementia, another one about to be in a wheelchair. I don't want to hear it.
Grow a full beard, and then you can talk
I
to
can't.
me.
It's a neck beard. It's so bad.
Yeah, grow a full
tried.
beard. Grow a full beard, Gorlami.
You'll grow one when you're older, champ. Don't worry.
I have like the most minuscule, minute, tiny, smidgen, insignificant drop of a 1/1,000,000th of a percentile of a single drop of blood amount of Native American in my family, and it resolves itself in the inability to grow facial hair well.
What's funny too, I actually just trimmed this about a few days ago.
I haven't cut my this. My wife just trimmed this a few days ago. Like I haven't shaved in 3 days.
You can't trim your own facial hair.
No, I can, but she likes to do it because she can she gets really into it. She lines it up. She starts doing some Pythagorean theorem type. I don't know. It's literally just a tiny little goatee. I don't get it, but she does a good job. So there you go. Anyway, enough about beard talk. Let's go ahead and move on to getting into the meat of things here. We're going to start out with just some quick things about college football. We're releasing this on Friday. on Monday, MLK Day, which many people will have off because they believe it's a national holiday now.
It is.
Yes.
It's been a national holiday for decades.
Oh no, Juneteenth is what they added. That's now a national holiday, which I still don't get off. But whatever. Anyway, I do get MLK off, which is awesome. So I actually will be able to watch the majority of this game, and I'm excited for it. It's going to be IU and Miami. Miami was able to get a close win in the end there against Ole Miss. And then the things that IU did to Oregon are best summed up with this.
Rick, you come with whatever you got. Full contact. No holds barred, okay? I'm going to warn you. I don't think you're going to like how this ends, hotshot. Face your partner. Sir. Kung Nay. Sparring stances. CJ.
God, I forgot where that's from.
Which movie is that?
Maybe Kenny Power
Show, I don't know.
Or Eastbound and Down. I don't know. Whatever.
Eastbound and Down. I don't remember that part. Eastbound Down.
Isn't that the show with Kenny Powers in it? Or no?
No, was that the one with just like the dude driving like a. It's like the Knight Rider.
Sidetrack. Anyway, yes, the college football championship is between a Big Ten team and an ACC team. Not a lot of people expected Miami. They barely made the playoff. They were just in above Notre Dame. So they were technically like the last seed, quote unquote, because the other two were automatic qualifiers because, we already talked about this, automatic qualifiers because of conference championships. But excited to see it. No SEC teams again, so I'm excited for it. I really hope Indiana wins. Be their first national championship in football ever. Their first undefeated season ever. I think the only ever Big Ten team to like win a certain number. I think like 16 games. I think when it's all done.
Actually, it'll be the first time ever, I think it'd be first time ever a school won 16.
Yeah,
16-0 because Ohio State lost to Michigan last year.
That's true.
When they won
Going
the championship.
like fully undefeated from like day one to the championship.
Yeah, and again, another hypothetical win for Notre Dame for all the coping Notre Dame fans. So, yeah, gotta love it. But yeah, let's just get right into the meat and potatoes of this thing. Before we go to this, one thing that I saw that just floored me. Okay, I was just scrolling through like my Instagram feed at work, and I saw, I think, the coldest take in professional sports coverage.
If you're Pittsburgh with all these picks, my takeaway, you give out about 6 of them to go get Ty Simpson in the first round. Say what you want. It's something.
I'll run that by you one more time.
If you're Pittsburgh with all these picks, my takeaway, you give out about 6 of them to go get Ty Simpson in the first round. Say what you want. It's something.
Even his co-anchor was like, dog.
He's at
Ty
best
Simpson.
a second round talent. Why?
Yeah. I was about to say, probably pick him up in the second or third round.
Just use your second round pick on him.
If they actually get whatever new head coach they get too, it actually wants him.
Well, I guess it also depends because there's another thing we actually want to mention about with the college ranks. Speaking of Oregon, going back to the Oregon thing. Yeah, Dante Moore, instead of declaring for the draft, which he's expected to be the second overall pick behind Mendoza, is going back to school, which is the safe bet because the order of the picks right now is the Raiders have the first overall pick. The New York Jets have the second. He doesn't want to be a Jet.
Which is also crazy because Nebraska lost their quarterback in the transfer portal, Dylan Raiola, who is like the Mahomes, right? Who went to Oregon. And this was before Moore was like, I don't want to be a Jet. So now Oregon's got Moore and Raiola, and they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I was talking to a coworker about that because he was like, he should have gone to draft. Yeah, he would have gone to Jets. I'm like, but he would have played for the Jets. He would have died there.
Yeah. Also, there's no reason for a guy like guys in the past. Yeah, they would have gone to the draft if there wasn't NIL. Now you can make a couple $1 million and you don't have to play for the New York Jets. I don't know. Is he actually based on like a second overall pick? I don't know how much extra money he would be getting. but then he'd also have to pay New York taxes, and he'd have to play for the Jets. Third, he'd have to play for the Jets. Fourth, he'd have to play for the Jets. Fifth, shocker, he'd have to play for the Jets. So
2.4 million for the next couple of years doesn't sound too bad for him compared to all that.
I mean, is his NIL 2.4 right now?
Yes, it's valued about 2.5 million with deals with Nike, Beats by Dre, eBay, and others.
I think one of my friends trying to say also the guaranteed money he would have got as a first round pick because with their contract.
Yes, but as Lob already said,
I know. I joked about that with my friend. I was like, he's gonna be playing for the fucking Jets. He's not gonna. He'll be.
It's around $9 to $10 million a year.
We might as well just trade for Kirk O'Chains at this point.
For a second round, for a second overall pick, usually it's around $9 to $10 million a year. So he's missing about $7 to $8 million a year. Is $7 to $8 million a year worth you not playing on the Jets and getting into your college? Maybe.
Yes.
That's what he thinks.
I mean,
I know.
I honestly still think the Jets can turn things around if they need to get some other pieces going together, and I think Aaron Glenn can be a good coach for them.
I'm not as long as Woody Johnson is running this team.
They need to have a quarterback.
They do, but there's something about this team. You guys aren't AFC East fans. I got to explain this to you. There's something about this team. I've been watching it for nearly 30 fucking years. That just anything that good can come to them, it's going to turn into shit.
I know exactly what that is like, though, because I watched the AFC North for thousands of years, and the Browns exist.
That's true.
What did Joe Namath do to get that Super Bowl win?
Fucked a lot of women.
I assume whatever the NFL's equivalent of the Babe Ruth curse is.
Yeah. All right, anyway, crossover grid. Here we go. This first column, all you. Right. Mr. Kato.
Chad Ochocinco.
Oh my god.
I forgot he actually did.
Yep. Ndamukong Suh.
I think I would put Vince Wilfork, but.
And James White.
This one? 2014, 2021?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Alrighty.
So you're going to go with the
Big 12 schools.
Ooh.
Fucking, Robert.
Wide receiver, you can do Alan Lazard.
Allan.
Maybe just one?
One Allen.
Yeah.
Allen.
Griffin didn't get a chance to
That's right, because they snapped the ball and then his fucking knee exploded.
Knee went, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Attending the school currently in the Big 12.
Ibuka is from the Big 12 school, was he?
No, Ibuka's a Ohio State grad.
Yeah.
Mike Evans
so we need
Texas A&M,
Arizona,
formerly Big 12.
Arizona
State,
Baylor, BYU,
TCU.
UCF, Cincinnati. Colorado, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas Tech, Utah, or West Virginia. Is that right?
Yes, West Virginia is.
I thought they were in something else. Whatever.
Oh, he's from Minnesota. Oh,
yeah, that'll work.
Oh yeah, he was from. Oh wait, I was going to say Texas, but they're in the SEC now. TCU.
Horned Frogs.
Hold on.
So your Big 12.
Wait,
Baylor.
No. Who did he play for? Wait. Vita Vea was never played in college? Oh no, he did. Okay, I was about to say
Oregon, I believe. I think
Washington.
Washington.
He was Washington
in the ballpark.
Ooh, hold on.
Just like I'm throwing
Let's
Buccaneers.
see.
No, that was LSU. Or that was LSU. What am I saying?
Kansas State.
Fuck! It's now SEC. I was about to say Baker, but it's SEC. It's SEC now. Fucking.
Man. All right. Well, let's just go. We're gonna go.
I was about
One
to say
playoff rush touchdown for a Charger.
Herbert. Did Phillip Rivers actually ran?
I forget it's 1L for Phillip Rivers. Yeah. Man Rivers.
Old Man River.
And then a Charger that was also.
Damn it.
Was JPP ever a Charger?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so. I know he was a Giant at one point.
Yeah. Charger and a Buccaneer.
Okay. I got one for a Buccaneer Big 12. Matt Bryant. So it's a T at the end.
What the fuck? That looks like a mechanic.
Kicker.
Who is that?
Kicker.
Looks like Gorlami's dad. What the fuck?
He was
Okay.
No, look at him. Gorlami, look at him.
That looks like a dude whose mugshot just showed up in my local newspaper for aggressively drunk driving and hitting a cop. As in punching the cop, he didn't hit the cop with his car.
Buck and Charger.
Buck and Charger.
Vincent Jackson.
Is it Vincent or Vince?
Yeah, Vincent.
The 2005.
Look at that. Vincent Jackson. That was the most popular answer. Look at that.
Oh, Rob Gronkowski. Oh, yeah, Arizona State.
Oh.
Arizona, yeah.
No, I thought it was Arizona.
Well, Arizona's been,
both are there. So.
Gronk would have been dead if he went to ASU.
What happened to Keenan Allen's picture? What the fuck?
I think just the... It's live with the...
Because I'm forcing the dark page, and so it just like... Oh, yeah.
Looks like he's evolving.
All right, we are now moving on to KDF News.
All right. All right, so we'll start out with some injury news. Once again, we're sticking with teams that have only moved on to the playoffs, or a couple notable injuries from teams that got eliminated this past week. Starting out with out for the year stuff, Bears linebacker TJ Edwards, done for the remainder of the playoffs after he fractured his fibula. Same with 49ers tight end George Kittle, who unfortunately has torn his Achilles. Panthers offensive tackle Ike Mekwonu went out early in their last game, in their game against the Rams, due to a torn patellar tendon. Both Bills, they're getting more thinned out on the injury front because they just lost two wide receivers, Josh Palmer to an ankle injury and Tyrell Shavers with a torn ACL. As for short and long-term stuff, same with the Bills. We're sticking with them. Cornerback Maxwell Hairston's going to be out this week with an ankle injury. And Texans wide receiver Nico Collins is going to be doubtful due to concussion protocol. And now the questionables. Once again, sticking with the Bills. Quarterback Josh Allen dealing with knee, finger, and foot injuries. Both Bills safeties Jordan Poyer and DeMar Hamlin with hamstring and pectoral injuries, respectively. Wide receiver Gabe Davis with a knee injury. And defensive tackle Ed Oliver with a bicep injury. Eagles, you're actually got off pretty easy. You're easy. Defensive tackle Jordan Davis has a calf strain. Wait, you guys are eliminated. Why am I even bringing that up? Patriots cornerback Christian Gonzalez is in concussion protocol. Tight end Hunter Henry with a knee injury, and defensive tackle Kyrie's Tonga with his foot injury. Texans wide receiver Justin Watson also is in concussion protocol, but he's expected to clear. Defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins with an elbow injury, and cornerback Kamari Laster with a knee injury. For the Seahawks, offensive tackle Charles Cross with a hamstring injury, and both quarterback Sam Darnold and cornerback Tariq Woolen with oblique injuries. The 49ers, they're expected to get back linebacker Fred Warner from his broken ankle he suffered back in October.
George Kittle was sacrificed for that.
Yes, that's true. Life for life. Broncos linebacker Dre Greenlaw with a hamstring injury. Rams quarterback Matt Stafford with a hand injury, and defensive tackle Poona Ford with a foot injury. And the Bears safety Nick McLeod with a groin injury, and wide receiver DJ Moore with a knee, and Rome Odunze with foot injuries. As for signing and re-signing stuff, Panthers, despite the fact that they lost, Bryce Young has definitely shown some improvement, so they are expected to pick up his fifth-year option. Retirement stuff, Steelers wide receiver Adam Thielen has announced he is retiring after 13 years in the league with the Steelers, Vikings, and Panthers. He's ending his career a two-time Pro Bowler, one-time second-team All-Pro. He holds the NFL record for most 100-yard receiving games in a row at 8, and has a career 8,600 receiving and rushing yards for 65 touchdowns. This is not because of a certain other thing that happened this week. He's already was planning on retiring even like before the season started. So that's just him hanging it up. So good retirement to him. We'll have to miscellaneous stuff. Eliminations. Packers, Panthers, Jaguars, Eagles, Chargers, and Steelers are all out. Speaking of stick with the Steelers, actually, funny enough, following the Steelers, they did not fire Mike Tomlin. As we know, Steelers don't fire head coaches. They either retire or, in the case of Tomlin, step down after 19 years with a team, 2 Super Bowl appearances with 1 win, and a 201, 126, and 2 record, tying fellow former head coach Chuck Noll for the most regular season wins for the franchise all time. He's also never finished with a losing season, which, I mean, pretty decent job, despite as much as we want to joke about that being the standard that they keep preaching about. They are also now going into, it really is, actually, if you want to be serious about it. They are also now going into a search for only their 4th new head coach since 1969. They, like I said, they don't fire coaches. These guys last as long as turtles. There's really long lifespans. Unless you're a certain coordinator, because there's also been 2 other firings this week. First off, Chargers fired Greg Roman after 2 years with the team as their offensive coordinator, and apparently it's the only offensive coordinator Jim Harbaugh's worked with his entire career in the NFL. He's never worked with another guy other than Greg Roman. I never knew that until I looked it up. And the one you're happy about, Maston, Eagles have fired offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo after 1 year with the team. Honestly, 1 year too late, to be honest.
Yeah. And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
Yeah.
All right, Howie. All right, Howie, you picked the coordinator like you did Kellen Moore. Still let Sirianni pick.
Yeah. It would be funny because as we get into the hiring stuff, I don't know if it's official just yet, but it's the Giants. They won the Jim Harbaugh sweepstakes. Apparently, they are reportedly finalizing a deal with them. I don't know if it's complete or not just yet. It also doesn't say what the term of it is, but it is rumored to be north of $100 million guaranteed, which is just more of the derp being the derp with that, just throwing $100 million at something and hoping it sticks. Just watch now. They hire Matt Eberflus and Patullo as his coordinators instead of him picking what he wants.
Hilarious.
That would be fucking hilarious. Let's see, other hirings and stuff. The Dolphins, they got a new general manager. They've hired former Packers Vice President of Player Personnel John Eric Sullivan as their new GM. Again, I don't know anything about these guys. They're just businessmen, so no idea. Speaking of businessmen, this is one I actually do know, because the Falcons announced they have hired a new president of football operations to replace Rich McKay, and that is their former quarterback, Matt Ryan. So knowing him, they're just going to somehow develop a team that just drafts nothing but chokers. Let's see, other than that, guys that unfortunately are sticking around include, as we already know, guys like Todd Bowles and other people. And unfortunately for the Cowboys, they've also confirmed that Jerry Jones is going to be, in his own words, sticking as general manager and team owner, and will only retire once his team becomes the team that has won the most Super Bowls.
He'll be dead by then.
Yeah. Sad for multiple reasons, because we know it's not going to happen, and what Gorlami just said. Yes. And let's see, other stuff. The Bears' win over the Packers on Wildcard Weekend was their first playoff win over Green Bay since 1941, and their largest playoff comeback victory since 1933. Let's see, the 3-point loss the Chargers had to the Patriots was the least points scored in the team's postseason history since a shutout loss to the Dolphins in 1992. The Steelers lost to the Texans now means they've been 0-7 in playoff games since 2016, all of which were lost by double digits. Another quick college thing. The NCAA has denied Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad Chambliss a 6th year of college eligibility, so he is most likely NFL bound.
Oh, he might
Vikings
be a
wide
Jet.
receiver.
Oh, dear
God.
God.
If they use a second overall pick on him.
Oh, dear God. Oh, my God.
No.
The NCAA might have said, hey, you can't play another year in college. Go play for the Jets.
All right. So Dante Moore's out, and Carson Beck will definitely not want to go there. Who else can we get? Hey, Trinidad, you want to go to New York? No? Too bad. Let's see, 2 quick things here. Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison, this is something new that's happened to him. He has been arrested on trespassing charges in Tampa, Florida. I say that in jest. It's his 3rd arrest since he was drafted in 2023. This guy cannot just stay outside of the law for some reason. And to end on a bit of a sad note, former Colts running back Randy McMillan has passed away at the age of 67. He played 6 seasons in the league, all with the Colts, notably yet unfortunately having his career end early after a car accident resulted in a severe leg injury, and would later then be downgraded as the Colts would replace him with Eric Dickerson. He ended his career with 3,876 rushing yards, 1,350 receiving yards, and 26 career touchdowns. Rest in peace to him. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Kaduff. Alrighty. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it all. We got 6 games to cover. Talk about them pretty in-depth.
Yeah, we do. And this one was actually a lot more competitive than I thought it would be for the Panthers. I mean, I already know that they beat them once in the regular season, so I mean, we already know how much of a clutch god or Stafford's been. But what's up?
This was a coaching thing.
Oh yes, I forgot about this.
I always love those videos of Luigi does nothing but win.
The Luigi does nothings are always great.
So anyway, first game of the playoffs did not disappoint. This was the wild card game in between the Panthers and the Rams. Rams were definitely the favorite, even though the Panthers were hosting because they did win the division with an 8-9 record. Let that the jury note that, please. But the score was 3 points for the victor. Rams came out with the win. They did start the game. They were the only team to score in the first quarter. That kind of really set them ahead, and the Panthers just couldn't catch up, even though they tried very hard to. Nearly did, but it was a well-fought game for both sides. Stafford, 24 for 42 for 304, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Lead rusher, Kieran Williams, 13-57, and Blake Corum, who honestly in the latter half of the season has taken some big steps and is now, honestly, I think the number 2 back for them, and they rely on him decently. He had 11 for 45, so we're starting to see kind of like a Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker kind of situation in Seattle. LA, excuse me, which, I mean, I think is really good for them, puts less workload on Kieran Williams. And lead receiver, Puka Nacua, 10 for 111 and a touchdown. For the Panthers, Bryce Young had a pretty good day, 21 for 40 for 264, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks. Lead rusher, Chuba Hubbard, 13 for 46 and 2 touchdowns. And then Jalen Coker, lead receiver, 9 receptions, 134 yards and a touchdown. This Carolina team is talented, very talented. They got a lot of good players. They just have to get a little bit more consistent and need to limit their mistakes, and I think they're going to be a problem to deal with. It's just this game, they weren't at their absolute best. They did beat the Rams earlier in the season, which was a really weird game looking back on it now, but I mean, this team has the ability to do it. I mean, they've one of the better corners in the league, and Horn. Bryce Young is like just at that, could be top half of quarterbacks in the league, could be bottom half quarterbacks in the league. And he keeps improving. And then honestly, like Jalen Coker and Terodo McMillan have been very good options for this team, receiving wise, and they're complemented well by like Xavier Legette. I think the big problem though was them not being able to be two-dimensional here. They were not able to run the ball well. 22 carries for 83 yards and 3 touchdowns was the overall total for the for the Panthers. The Rams just shut them down running the ball. Chuba Hubbard got it 13 times for 46 yards. Dowdle got it 5 times for 9 yards. This team has done very well when Dowdle and Hubbard just go off, and it opens up so many things. Bryce Young is getting better and better, and I don't think he's at the point where he can just carry the game alone. He needs a good running game.
Right, yeah. Like, you've got a good running game here, too, with, like you said, with Dowdle and Hubbard in the back. I don't really know exactly if the Rams have a decent run defense that probably just scared them too much to try and run them more. But you know, I'd say if they like work on that and actually like really trust it in big moments like this, maybe they can actually win a wildcard game next year.
I wonder also with this score, like since Carolina went down early, they're kind of trying to
like catch up the whole
keep
game.
Up. Yeah.
I mean, they got very close towards the end. I feel like if they'd had like maybe like 5 more minutes and 1 more possession, they probably could have done it. But the problem is they just left too much time on the clock for Stafford, and he's a clutch king. So, I mean, that's just how it ended up.
I think that is the biggest weakness I can see in the Rams defense, though, is their run defense. They have a very modern defense. They can rush the quarterback well, and they play great coverage. When it comes to old school, Brian Urlacher, put a guy in the A-gap and shut down a run, I feel like they're not inept. Don't get me wrong. It's not their strong suit. So, yeah. But then again, many teams don't just run that.
Yeah, like, as long as McVay's been here, like even in like the days we still had Donald, you were just like completely just. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when they had Donald, no one to run up the middle because you couldn't. Donald was not human. The things he would do to guards and like centers was like appalling,
diabolical.
Yeah, this thing is always it's always been like blitzing, like getting to the quarterback, acting like just shutting down anything like coming up front towards you with this defense, especially with the front 7 there.
But again, hats off to the Rams. Let's not talk about the Panthers here. The Rams, very well played offensively. I mean, Puka Nacua, triple-digit receiving figures. Devontae Adams backing him up 572. Stafford, 304 yards, only threw 1 interception with 3 touchdowns. I mean, there's a reason why Stafford is in the running for a MVP race here. It's him and May, and there's a reason for it. Stafford has aged like a fine French wine, despite having some of the worst veneers in the league. And I think there is a high possibility he could win it. I do think, though, that I think May's just going to get it because of kind of a recency bias or a voter fatigue, quote-unquote. May's newer, flashier, brand, people have seen Stafford play for a long time, and however impressive this is, May is just newer. So,
yeah. I'll admit that, not just because I'm happy that a Patriot's going to get it, but I'd love to see it happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Very, very, impressed with Bryce Young the latter half of this season. Looked very, very good this season, and the latter end of the part of the year. Led this team to a lot of tough wins. Needs to be more consistent, get a couple more pieces around him. But again, as I've said the past couple weeks, Bryce Young is the quarterback for this team moving forward. I think he is the guy for them. I think
he saved his job here with this past few weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I would be willing to say that this guy could be your franchise quarterback the way he's been playing these last couple weeks, and even this game. Like, he played pretty well.
Yeah.
So, and if he continues to develop,
maybe not Xavier Legette.
Legette can be a good third option. As a wide receiver 3, he's a perfect third option. Terota McMillan, though, that guy, if he develops another year or two, that is going to be scary.
That's your number one.
Somebody that tall should not be able to move that quickly. That's terrifying.
I was saying this back when we were looking out for him in the draft. Like, this guy was making so many one-handed catches. You'd think he was like an MLB outfielder.
Yeah. I'm very confident the Panthers will be back in the playoffs. The biggest thing that they're going to have to worry about is they're going to have to play a tougher schedule next year, and then Baker's not happy. So be ready for that. For the Rams,
Todd Bowles is still
right now,
but Todd Bowles are still coaching butts.
For the Rams, great win. We'll talk about who you're playing next because there's some extracurricular activities I feel like they're going to be hard for you to deal with. All right.
Yep. I'll be back. I got to go grab something.
Okay. Gorlami, do you have any immediate reactions? Immediate thoughts since this is your team?
At LaFleur, when the opposing team stacks the box and is playing all downhill and blocking the inside, why would you not run an end around? Instead, you just kept running it up the middle.
I have an answer.
And McManus. I didn't think I could hate anybody more than Anders Carlson or Kevin King.
Gorlami, are you looking at the...
Mamba wasn't here to do it.
Oh, man.
Now I have cheddar all over my pants.
Good.
He just cheesed himself.
So did every Chicago player watching the Packers fucking lose.
And you're wearing a Go Darth Vader jersey.
That's kind of what I felt like watching the end of the game. Just the Bears, when they're down in the fourth quarter by just enough to be able to win, they just cannot be stopped.
Wide open. Just DJ Moore being wide open.
It also makes it worse that Matt LaFleur was on the Falcons during 28-3.
He was.
I think Matt LaFleur should not be able to go anywhere in an area where there are people who have any type of eating disorder, neck injuries, or young kids, because that's definitely a choking hazard. Very Gorlami's even kind of smiling at one.
I mean, that's a good one.
So this was a rough game for the Packers because for a while it looked like they were going to obliterate the Bears. The score at the end of half was 21-3. The final score in favor of the Packers, I should say. The final score was 27-31. It
would have been 24-3.
Yeah.
But oh wait, McManus fucking missed it.
Yeah. Couple missed kicks from McManus and only 6 points scored in the second half, with the final score to be 31-27 in favor of the Bears.
Bears get perfect end around. They weren't ready for it. They all played to the inside.
First stat I'll talk about is McManus. 0 for 2 on field goals, 3 for 4 in extra points. Probably a damning performance. I would not expect this guy to be wearing the green and gold next season.
Probably not.
Hey, look! I found some melted cheese.
It was frozen cheese, actually, because
I'm gonna eat it.
Also,
for stats,
the ref spotting in this game was fucking atrocious.
It was a little bad. The spotting of the football.
So bad. It was bad.
24-46 for Jordan Love for 223 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack. An amazing game from him. Josh Jacobs, 19 carries, 56 yards, and Romeo Dobbs, lead receiver, 8 for 124 and a touchdown. For the Bears, Caleb Williams, 24-48 for 361, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 sack. DeAndre Swift, lead rusher, 13 for 54 and a touchdown. And Colston Loveland, 8 receptions, 137 yards.
You forgot our first round pick finally scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Matthew Golden got his first touchdown, 4 receptions for 84 yards and a touchdown. I think, okay, the
playoff game.
So a couple immediate thoughts. When I see a team go into the half up by a ton and then automatically like just blow that lead away, what I automatically think, whoa! First of all, Caleb Williams.
That was just a chuck it.
I'm gonna let this fly. The first thing automatically.
Why'd you catch it?
So when I see a team go into the half up big and then automatically just like lose that lead, I think that the biggest difference that's happening is coaching adjustments. Ben Johnson made some great adjustments, came into the second half, had a game plan going, and was able to execute it. Again, I'm not in the locker room. I don't know. I felt like, just from a watching standpoint, Matt LaFleur said, all right, good job, guys, and then just went out there for the second half. I don't know how you feel about that, Gulami, but I kind of feel like you kind of get the same vibe.
He doesn't know how to adjust. And he doesn't, and like, when they do adjust and start coming back, he's dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Secondary also doesn't know how to cover a wide open DJ Moore at the very end of the game.
Or cover Colston Loveland at all, because you guys did lose Jarian Cooper. Cooper went down with an injury. And you know who they were putting in coverage on man-to-man coverage on Colston Loveland?
Keyshawn.
Quay Walker. Quay Walker was in man coverage against Quay Walker, the edge linebacker who is mainly a pass rusher and run stopper. Like,
he's a Phil the A kind of linebacker.
Even then, he's a little bit thinner. I honestly see him more as kind of like an edge rush speed, kind of Von Miller guy. Obviously, not as good, but I don't see him as a like downhill, just meet you in the A gap kind of guy. So the biggest thing, the adjustments was a big notice. The Packers secondary being a big problem, the defense falling apart in the second half, and then just minor little mistakes. Packers could have easily closed this out if they came out and continued to put their foot down. However, they didn't. Some key mistakes. You can see here's one.
That went the Packers' way.
Nearly a mistake, sorry. Missed field goals.
I think that was just more the hit. That was just more of the hit rather than...
His helmet got in the right spot.
Blown coverages, things of that nature. It's rough.
How short of a leash is LaFleur on right now?
I'm surprised he's not fired. I'm going to be quite honest with you.
He's
with all the head coaching opportunities, and you saw, the Ravens fired Harbaugh. Why wouldn't you fire LaFleur and go get Harbaugh? Legitimately.
I think what the CEO is looking at, and I don't think LaFleur or his agent should have any speaking room here. You give up play calling because you can't adjust, and you better turn something around in this last year in your contract.
Oh yeah, there's that. He does not give up play calling.
Yeah.
I say if he doesn't, and you see no real change from this game next year, I wouldn't be surprised if you move on from him, maybe even mid-season.
I will say it was honestly really interesting for the Packers defensive side of the ball that they stopped the run. 28 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown was the entire rushing total for the Bears. Swift had 54, Monunga had 27, and Caleb Williams had 20. Those were obviously, most of them not designed, as those were like scrambles. But again, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, or the ones not in the room or on the sideline. The Packers were the injured team this year. They have won the Injury Bowl. Losing Tucker Kraft, your best... who's even close?
Oh, I gotta look up the list here in Aintree yet.
I mean, like, yeah, the Niners have some injuries, but I wouldn't say they're as bad. Like, yeah, you lost Bosa and you have lost Fred Warner for a bit. And a couple other ones like Trent Williams, yeah, but I think the Packers were a little bit more detrimental.
Lost Micah. We lost
Kraft,
Jenkins.
Micah, Jenkins.
49ers, Chargers, Colts. 49ers. Come on, 49ers had more injuries than the Packers.
I think the Packers still have them. Don't the Packers have the most injuries? Most guys on IR?
It's, I think 16.
I think they're in a more rough situation because I feel like they have more very key players. Like McCaffrey's still in there. Brock Purdy's been in and out, but they have a great backup in Mac Jones. They've lost Kittle now, but this is near the end of the season. Trent Williams has been off and on, yeah. They lost Bosa and Warner, but both could be back by the Super Bowl or championship game.
Packers kind of mid-pack for most. Or hold on, is it mid-pack? The one they're saying total games missed of like players the most was like Lions with 326. Yeah, Cardinals. I'm looking into it some more.
I would still say I think the Packers have. It's been the worst for them. They've lost their number one receiving option and their number one defensive player. 49ers are still bad. I would give it a close second, but regardless of how we're comparing the 49ers and Packers, it still is rough for the Packers in this game. Your best receiving option that could really take advantage of the Bears' secondary, especially being a tight end, gone. And then the guy that you're going to use to chase down Caleb Williams, make sure he can't scramble a ton, is also gone. So, rough situation for both of them there. But you got to hand it to the Bears. They know how to play from behind, and they know how to win clutch games. That's what they've done all season, and it is absolutely terrifying. Also, what the fuck was this play?
Oh, no.
I really don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Boing. Boing, boing.
Shaq'd in a fool in football. So, play set up. There is an eligible lineman here. Number 70 right here is lined up as eligible. Play starts. They get set up. He then goes out. Love is just fucked here. Big time blitz by the Bears. He catches it and then immediately is met in the backfield and says, you know what, I'm not going down. Flattens him. Another one, and then wisely, as the Bears always love to do, taking after good old Peanut Tillman, come in and punch the ball out. It then gets kicked. This guy nearly breaks his fucking leg backward, kicks the ball forward. Yeah. And then
he got up for the fumble. He wanted to get that ball back.
Yeah. I'm surprised his leg didn't fucking collapse the way it bent like that. But ball down, because you can't advance the ball on a fumble, it was down where it was at rather than where the fumble was out. Penalties lead to 30-20.
I do stand by statement that number 94 is a dirty player.
Number 94
on the Bears.
94. He's the one that gave Love the concussion the first time.
Oh, Carl
and
Brooks.
Second time he tackled him, did the same thing. Just pretends he's a corner, head down, and just spears the shit out of you.
Austin Booker, rookie defensive end.
Rookie defensive end from Kansas. Also, special teams, another big issue. Missed kicks and also a lot of good punt and kick returns. Duvernay, as you can see right there, had 3 returns for 67 yards. One of his longest was 37. Kick returns. Duvernay also had 3 kick returns for 80 total yards, while Blackwell had 1 return for 19 yards. And
Ness did step up a little bit in this game.
Van Ness, I feel like is going to be a good defensive tackle.
There was also a play. Where I was like, Halfley, what the fuck? They lined up in trips and put Van Ness, made him go from the line of scrimmage, lined up off the tackle, and go back in the coverage. And they ran a screen off the trips. So we only had 2 guys on him.
Huh. Yeah, defense for the Bears was also really amazing in the second half. They threw a lot of blitzes at Love and made him uncomfortable. But again, I think, like, this is your problem right here. I don't care how good your secondary is. Like, you're going to sit here and you're going to rush for it. Now, listen, this is a credit to the Bears. Look at this offensive line. Clamps, 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 clamps. And then you have Tooney here, who is just orchestrating everything. Helping guys out, bumping, keeping his head on the swivel. Caleb Williams is back in the pocket, could have ordered a 5-course fucking meal. Look at God. And then this guy's getting fucking like blown into his own player. Like
that was Gary.
Yeah, and then you finally have one get through after like 5 seconds, and then Williams just goes, ka-chow. First down. And one of the reasons that happens is because, one, the Bears' offensive line is much better than it was last year, and two, no Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, Caleb Williams is not being dumb and just chucking the ball for no reason. Usually.
He never has. He never just chucks the ball for no reason. He's a smart quarterback and a good quarterback at that. But yeah, Bears come back, get the win on some late game heroics. There was some plays late in the game that the Packers tried to make. Bears go and score. They go up 31-27.
Oh, now watch this. Wait, we got to watch that play again.
Yeah.
This is what I keep bringing up. DJ Moore. What
Turned
in the
his
fuck
hips.
are you doing that wide open?
No, they both went. They both went for the one receiver down there behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this is
number
man.
10. They both went for number 10. Just watch.
That's it.
Yep, he
you
bites.
Moore is the bigger.
He bites on this right here, and then he's trying to bump Colston out of it, and then that leaves this area wide open because you got in a one high shell here, and then this
Evan
area of the
Williams
field is just wide open.
It's a floater.
Touchdown. Yahoo! Yep, that bite right there by 24.
Fucking Valentine.
Yeesh.
Him and Nixon made me so mad.
The little pump there got him. What a great draw by Johnson and a great play there by Moore and Williams. Then Packers are driving 4th and 7 from their own 30. It gets caught there. Amazing reception. I believe that's golden. It is. Moving on down the field. 3rd and 3 from about the 50. Quick slant. Got to get down, get moving. 44 seconds. Cross the field again. You're now in field goal range. Look at that. 7 seconds left. You get pushed back.
Are you passing?
Well, you're down 4, so yeah. Sorry.
No, you forgot. There was a timeout, and then we got to delay a game.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
timeout, then delay a game. Yeah, a timeout and delay a game is ridiculous. And then you have Love running like crazy. And look, the Bears, here's the thing I don't get. We saw the Bears pass block. You have literally 3 guys rushing. Okay?
So you know they're going for
Montez Sweat is your main issue. This guy is the Bears D line. There's some other great players, don't get me wrong. This guy is problem number 1.
Yep.
Why in the name of everything that is good and cheesy do you not just go, okay, right guard or left guard, where he's at, just double him, and then you can have these 2 guys take here and he floats. Okay? Prioritize the problem and double team him. Give Jordan Love time. It's a bad snap because a new center had to come in. Jordan Love doesn't handle it well, is able to get it, but by that point, the front of the pocket's collapsed. 63 got beat inside. And then Sweat is alone. Moves out here.
He almost broke through there too if that guard didn't fall.
Yeah, and then it's just a fucking clown fiesta. And then throws it and interception.
Nearly intercepted.
Nearly intercepted. Drop.
Either way, it was into traffic, and that's the game.
Bears win.
One thing to add for coaching: you used a timeout, and you still got to delay a game penalty.
They are not
no excuse.
They are not letting a Hail Mary happen again. Yeah. Look at this coverage. At the 10 and at the 1. Like,
Yeah, but no, I just have to point out the timeout, and then you got delayed game. Like
that's horrible.
No excuse.
Yeah, that is inexcusable in the NFL.
Stuff high school coaches won't even let happen.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on from that one. Bills.
This was a tough one.
Bills.
Yeah. Closer than I thought it would be.
Pretty close as well, yeah. 27-24. Again, the Bills always played under competition, no matter if it's in the playoffs or not. This was in Jacksonville, so honestly, it was like decent weather there. It was a little colder than they're usually used to in Florida, but again, not bad weather at all. It's kind of like fall football weather, even though it's late or mid winter. I don't know. 27-24, the final score. Bills get the win. Josh Allen, 28 for 35, 273, and a touchdown. No picks, 1 sack. Lead rusher James Cook, 15 for 46. Khalil Shakir, lead receiver, 12 for 82. Trevor Lawrence, 18 for 30 for 207, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 sack. ETN, 10 carries for 67 yards. And Parker Washington, 7 receptions, 170 yards, and 1 touchdown. Close fought game between two teams. I do think the Jaguars did a great job helping themselves out defensively by shutting down James Cook, who's been a really big part of this Bills offense for a long time. They stopped his running pretty well. 15 carries, 46 yards is a real big decrease from his normal stats. However, some key mistakes were made offensively by Lawrence. 2 interceptions in a tough matchup is not going to be able to put you in a position to be able to win a game as easily.
I will say the second one wasn't really his. I will say the second one wasn't really his fault because it was like the first row on what would have been their final drive, and whatever receiver he was throwing to slides through his hands, bounced off another fender, and I think into Tre'Davious White's hands, and that was just game back from there.
But this definitely was a Josh Allen carry. There's a reason when Kiddiff was covering over injuries in the playoffs that it was listed as Josh Allen having head, ankle, foot, knees and toes,
head, shoulders, injuries. knees and toes. Yeah.
I mean, we saw a few highlights earlier. He got his head landed on in a pile. He hit the back of one of his players' helmets when throwing a pass, which is really bad for quarterbacks' hands. His knees and legs were getting beat up because he was running the ball a ton. He was doing a lot of QB sneaks and was just getting shoved into these medieval combat lines of men just smacking into each other. Pause. So, but this was the Josh Allen, quote unquote, flu game. This was just him putting the team on his back and doing what needed to be done. This play kind of summarized it. This is the brotherly shove from the Bills snowplow, if you will. And this is from the 10-yard line. They only need a yard. The Bills said, "No, we'll take 10 times that." And and Josh Allen gets thrown into the end zone. I love right here. I believe this is one of the fullbacks. I believe his numbers listed here.
Push.
But when he lands, number 41 here, watch it. He's like, "Okay, push," and they just it's just,
Did we make it?
Yeah. Amazing dedication and push there by the Bills and their O-line.
Almost counted too if they look really closely. It looks like he lands on top of 74 there.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh god, just a mess.
But okay, well actually, maybe his ass does touch the ground a little bit there.
Yeah. No, it did.
Either way, it got them within scoring distance or scored.
And Allen holding on to the
scored on next play
that whole time.
Yeah. And while you have fucking 79 here, just this behemoth of a man.
You got 900 pounds of
this is the shit Roman legionnaires saw in the Germanic forest as 7 guys with shoulder pads come in just to hit a shield wall. See guys 79, the 5'2" Roman soldiers seeing the 6'8" Teutonic warriors plowing down into the shield wall. But yeah, great. 59 seconds left in the game here, and this was the pick. Yep. During the tight coverage was tipped and then caught. And that was the game for the Bills.
I think I was going to Thomas, actually. There.
The biggest thing...
probably would have made that.
The biggest thing with all this is that I don't know how the Bills are going to be able to sustain this. You're going to need to play more of a team game. You got lucky with the Jags here because they have some shortcomings here and there and can have a little bit of, I think, problems when it comes to certain things as far as their offense and defensive shortcomings that Josh Allen was able to exploit. As you can see here,
is that the one where he hit his? Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
especially on your throwing. Yeah, he's not happy. So the Bills were able to take advantage of that. Josh Allen was able to put the team on his back. You're not going to be able to have him do this constantly. You guys are going to Denver against that defense. Yeah. Josh Allen is like that play right there. He should have broken his knee. The way he fell backward there, all weight on one foot. Someone hit him low. Josh Allen's leg is gone.
Yeah, it took me
watch him fall here. He's gonna put all his weight on his left leg.
Yeah.
Plays over, right? Boom.
And he's got landing in between a dude. Oh.
And by the grace
what is his leg made of?
By the grace of God and the God of Buffalo Wild Wings, Josh Allen does not just explode there. Because the play's over here, but obviously guys want to make sure that they can try to stop or get the touchdown, and he keeps getting pushed.
That's at the most like a hyperextension. Yeah. Like he should have been limping off the field at that point.
So yeah, Bills going forward. If you want to continue to this push and have the best shot to win a Super Bowl that you've had in a long time, more of the team needs to step up and do their job because it can't just all be Josh Allen.
Especially since you're going up against the Broncos, who, as my weeb friend put it, have the mandate of Uma Musume to go up against.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Apparently that's what that horse girl anime is called.
I'm sorry, that's fucking funny.
No, that is good.
He's not wrong.
For the Jags, hold your head high here. This is a tough matchup for you. And also, amazing season. Having a first-time head coach. Well, yeah, first-time head coach, I believe. I don't believe Liam Cohen's coached anywhere else. Nope. Come into the program and... amazing kick, by the way. Punt. And come into the program and lead you guys to a 13-4 season, making the playoffs and winning the division. Year one for him, like amazing job. I believe even one of the reporters afterward in the press conference was talking to Liam Cohen about him. They were like, just hold your head up high. You did a great job this season, et cetera, et cetera. Jags are in a decent position. They have a really good quarterback in Lawrence, top half of the league, if not top 12.
He's showing it now. He's fixed a lot of stuff. Seems like
ETN looks good in the backfield. You got made a good trade for a good receiving core. You got that going. You can bring some guys back, shore up the defense a little bit. And on top of that, it seems like you got the best kicker in the league now. I mean, outside of Brandon Aubrey, Cam Little has a leg.
Yeah.
So
broke the record technically twice this year.
Yep.
So, good job again from the Jaguars. Great job for them to perform. Again...
One word. Duval. I think we all joked about that, and then guess who's laughing now?
Not Aaron Glenn. Anyway,
Liam Duval Cohen.
Yeah, another thing I will say, though, for the Buffalo defense is, where the fuck is Joey Bosa?
I thought he was injured.
I know he played. He played the whole game. No total tackles, no solo tackles, no sacks, no tackles for nothing. The guy was running a donut shop. Boom, 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 zeros. I get he's older, he's had some injuries and stuff like that, but why do pass rushers just suck in modern Buffalo? Ever since what was really good edge rusher for the No, Von Miller sucked in Buffalo. The really 80s and 90s guy.
Bruce Smith.
Ever since Bruce Smith, can you guys name one really talented Buffalo pass rusher? Talented when they were at Buffalo. Name one.
Just Bruce Smith.
Yeah. What why?
Sorry, Virginia Tech represent.
I get that, but why do pass rushers when they go to this team just since Bruce Smith just vanish? They've had Von Miller and Joey Bosa.
Sorry, why? Okay, go to this play. This was Jacoby Myers. I know it was just because look at Jacoby Myers just laid out.
I think that's Bosa. Is that Bosa?
No,
That's Bosa.
And
holy moly!
Sent in the block.
How does that happen? I know. Okay, let's take a look at the actual science of this. Okay, so Joey Bosa is 30 years old, 6'5", 280 pounds. Okay, pretty big guy. Then we look at Jacoby Myers, 6'2", 200. Still decently large for a wide receiver, but how does that happen? To a guy that's like multiple time, like all pro, should be one of the most talented edge rushers. And I don't think he's done, like, I don't want to harp on the guy, like, don't get me wrong, but like your team, like, needs a pass rusher bad. And in this season, he's got 5 sacks, 29 total tackles.
I think what happened there on that play, I think it was the angle that Joey was going in, and Jacoby Myers probably hit the angle just right for him to go down like that. But still, I'm just saying, like, Jacoby Myers was a great trade.
100%. 100%. Great trade option. Great win by the Bills. Tough one for the Jags, but both teams played very well.
Hey, at least Shatulo's gone. I was expecting it. I was holding out hope, but I was expecting it. They kept McCaffrey low yardage, right? Like, if I remember right?
It was pretty low for him.
The defense did
23-19, the final score. San Francisco gets the win in the link. 13 of their 23 total points coming in the fourth quarter. Brock Purdy, 18 for 31 for 262, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 sack. Christian McCaffrey, 15 for 48 on the ground. And Demarcus Robinson, lead receiver, 6 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. For Hurts, 20 for 35 for 168, 1 touchdown, 1 sack. Saquon Barkley, 26 carries, 106 yards. And Devontae Smith, lead receiver, 8 for 70. A couple things from the Eagles' perspective of things. Great job running the ball. 26 carries, 106 yards for Saquon Barkley. Amazing. Passing the ball, shit. Jalen Hurts was good. 20 for 35 for 168 and a touchdown. Wasn't a lot of long passes, but it was getting the job kind of done. Again, the play calling isn't the greatest offensively for this team. But also, A.J. Brown should not be a Eagle come next season. The fact that this guy is out there... Oh, yeah. Cut him, even. Like, if no one wants to trade for him, don't have him on the roster.
Oh, yeah. There was, like, a drop that was in the game that was fucking inexcusable. Like, it is right to your hands. 9 times out of 10, you make that catch every game, and this is the time you drop it?
Yeah. And then he's constantly screaming for the ball, making a ton of weird comments, reading his books on the sideline, and then he gets into a shouting match with the head coach, which... You know, I get it. Sirianni's a fucking douchebag, but, like, still ridiculous. Like, you can't do that. Terrell Owens shouldn't even have done that. And you're not Terrell Owens. So,
God, he's not, like, doing other shit. Otherwise, he's basically Antonio Brown 2.0.
Oh, yeah, Jake Elliott, what the fuck?
Jake Elliott, what the fuck?
The defense, though, I have nothing against the defense for the Eagles. They did everything they needed. They held the 49ers to 23 points. That's pretty respectable. Picked off Purdy twice. So...
Vic Fangio is a defensive coordinator god.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I will say I feel like he was out defensive coordinator, though, by Saleh. I will say that. Saleh put on
defensive coordinator by fucking Shatulo.
Hey, that might have been so that too.
I know.
But honestly, for the 49ers, their offense performed pretty well. The 2 picks were a little tough, but they were able to do this despite not having a lot of passing or rushing yards. McCaffrey ran for 40 yards and 15 carries, and Purdy 9 carries for 24 yards, most of which obviously were scrambles. So they really only ran the ball 16 times for 51 yards. So this was all Purdy. in this passing game. No Trent Williams, no Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner, no problem. Also no Brandon Ayuk either because he's again throwing a fit for God knows what reason. So again, to the Brock Purdy disbelievers, drink the not the right phrase. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Wake up and smell the roses because they're there. They've bloomed. Brock Purdy is a very talented quarterback. Is one of the best quarterbacks in this league, and he's able to lead this San Francisco 49ers team who lost George Kittle for the rest of the playoffs and majority of, I believe, the start of the season because of an Achilles tear in this game as well. So
what scares me too is going forward, that could also mean probably the end. It's getting towards the end of his career. He's been banged up a lot over the past few years, and this late into the postseason, who knows what he's going to look like when he finally comes back next year.
Yeah. He is 32 years old, so he has been playing a while. I'll just miss him because he's so damn funny. There's a Manning cast, right, for Monday Night Football. One of the companies need to hire Jameis Winston and George Kittle just to talk over games. That would be so funny.
Would even be better, just get a whole bunch of tight ends in the room, Kittle, Gronk, Travis Kelce, just all those guys, and just have them do a Barstool Sports kind of just watch of the game.
Oh, this was almost called back for ineligible man down field, but because how the rules were, Cam Jurgens was engaged when he was down the field for a bit. I was like, oh, thank God, the loophole.
So, in the end, amazing performance. That was the play there where the Achilles was torn for Kittle, which was really rough. So I think for this game, really rough for both teams.
Oh, you see it flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really rough for many things for both teams. Obviously, the Niners are not down to many receiving options. I believe their most well-known receiving option that isn't out of the backfield right now would be DeMarcus Robinson or Juwan Jennings.
Jennings definitely. Robinson. Pearsall's been hurt. Ayuk has for some reason made himself persona non grata with the team on his own accord. They're just kind of thinning out on that regard.
Honestly, their best two receiving options are both in the backfield. McCaffrey and Juszczyk.
And Juszczyk can make some good catches every now and then.
Juszczyk is solid. If Juszczyk had a little bit more just pure foot speed agility, I'd line him up in slot, dude. Honestly, the human Swiss Army knife.
That one he should have caught.
He should. I mean, yeah,
it was a little bit overthrown.
Brown had 3 receptions on 7 targets.
Yeah.
The really egregious ones later in the game.
Yeah, we need to
that
find
one.
that
one. He just missed it. I don't think
and this was the yelling.
Oh, yeah, there's a yelling match
and then you have to have
you bitching me that much.
Big Dom come in and separate. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. God, I can only imagine what the mic'd up moments of that is going to sound like from an NFL film scene 5 years from now.
You're never going to hear that. There's probably way too many F-bombs.
Yeah.
I'll bleep the hell out of it before they put it on 30 for 30.
What were you looking for?
The drop.
When was it, kiddo? I'm trying to remember when exactly.
I think it was in the fourth quarter. This might be a little too late. I don't remember, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one.
That's the one.
You're going to bitch at your head coach and complain about not getting the ball, and you do that, dude?
I wanted to see the yelling match after that one. Because there's no way Sirianni is just letting that one go.
There's no point to yell at him then, because he already knows, absolute idiot. Yeah, Goddard shows you how it's done.
Goddard's that's how you fucking do it, AJ.
Yeah. So, in the end, really disappointing season for the Eagles. You won the NFC East, but other than that, the season just felt like shit the whole way through.
Oh yeah,
it just felt like you were careening toward the you were just like driving and you couldn't stop the car. It was just driving off a cliff. You just knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time.
Yep.
At least Shatula's
listening
gone.
to the GPS as it says turn left into oncoming traffic.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and move on. There we go. Next up, probably the worst game
over the weekend.
Yeah.
Compared to what we got, I will say it was like on the a little less exciting than some of the other ones.
No. Listen, you guys are underplaying this. The Chargers flew from coast to coast to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Can you do anything with that injured O-line?
Yeah. 16-3 really the final score. Patriots get the win in Foxborough in an ugly game. Herbert 19 for 31 for 159, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 6 sacks. It was also their lead rusher 10 for 57. The lead receiver Ladd McConkey 3 for 32. For the Patriots, Drake May 17 for 29 for 268, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 5 sacks, 10 carries, 66 yards for him. He was their lead rusher, and Ramondre Stevenson lead receiver 3 for 75. We'll talk about the bad for the Patriots first. Good and bad. Good. Their defense did an amazing job stopping the run when it happened, rushing the quarterback, getting 6 sacks. A team that doesn't really have a ton of big-name edge rushers, but are able to get a lot of stuff done defensively because of defensive mastermind Mike Vrabel. And then their secondary was just locked down, as they have been all year. Offensively, shit. You have the MVP caliber quarterback, and he's your lead rusher, and he gets sacked 5 times. Will Campbell had a abysmal game. Your O-line was almost as bad as the third string bottom of the PFF chart Chargers O-line in the same game. I know it's Khalil Mack, but goodness gracious, you make Tia Tipatolotu look like prime Troy Polamalu. Say that 10 times fast.
Good God.
And on top of that, you didn't even run the ball well. You ran 19 times for a total of...
Like a tier tart here. Like he's a fucking, lockdown monster there.
80. You had 80 yards of rushing.
To keep him from doing anything, and even then, he still gets
80 yards on 19 carries from your running backs, and you have Stevenson and Henderson. I get Stevenson has not been able to hold on to the ball for shit. I get that. Give it to Henderson. The guy's a fucking speeding.
I don't know why we haven't been giving it to Henderson. Like we got a lot of touches while Stevenson was out with injury earlier in this year, and Jennings also was out too, so it was literally only down to him. And then the second Stevenson gets back, his production just immediately drops off. We don't know how to utilize both at the same time. That's the main issue we've been having with this run game so far. That also being said, that Charge defense also not really nothing to sneeze at, nearly anything to sneeze at. Jesse Mitchell's done a great job this year, both on the front and the secondary, so that has also been giving us a bit of trouble.
But the amount of opportunities you had to do stuff, coming up short so many times, does not bode well going into the future when you might have to go and play the Broncos or even the Bills.
Yeah, there's some experience on the team, but it's also a lot of young guys on it that don't really have that playoff experience, so that's probably part of it. Again, I'm not expecting the world of these guys. I'm not expecting a Super Bowl win. I'm just glad we got a playoff win, that this team is watchable, and if I lose this weekend to the Texans, so be it. I
would be disappointed.
I recognize there's flaws
against the Texans.
I would because of that offense.
The offense, yes.
Yes. You used to be in the situation you want to win now, dude. I get there's so much promise, but this is what I was thinking when Burrow got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I get it. You got to win when you can. And the biggest thing I'm worried about is he might get this chance again. What if, this is Drake May's, CJ Stroud season, and he just, fades into mediocrity afterwards. You don't know. You just got to go out there and you got to try to win at every single chance you get. And I think this team has a really good opportunity to do so, but not if they play like this, offensively at least. Defensively look great. Offensively, you got to play a lot better. You got to.
Well, this is the concern we've all been having. This team has been at an easy schedule, not go up against major 500 level teams, especially against really top tier defenses. So This was a test where we got a barely, and I say barely, passing grade. This week is the real one against the Texans, because if we could somehow beat them, that would be absolutely insane to me.
Depending on how your offense does. If you beat them in this same way, I'm still not impressed. If you beat them and it's like your offense actually really gave it to them, then I would be more happy. Because I don't think...
I agree it's an ugly win. I wouldn't say efficient, because sometimes like ugly but efficient does win games.
I mean, there are 3 other teams in the AFC right now. Texans, Broncos,
Texans, Bills, Broncos. I'm aware.
Of those 3, I would say only the Bills are a complete team.
And even then, they're injured to hell.
Even then,
they're injured and they're inconsistent. Their offense and defense are really good when they decide to play. But like as we've seen this season against Atlanta, they sometimes just don't fucking show up. The Texans, amazing defense. Their offense, blah. The Broncos, amazing defense. Their offense, pretty solid, but struggles at points.
Sean Payton. That's all I'll say. Sean Payton.
Yeah. And as we talked about, like it's mainly just because Sean Payton's like offensive scheming is like a phone book compared to like what other teams are working with.
It's his ego.
Like so much you got to monitor.
It's his ego also.
Yeah.
So that makes me worried for if the Patriots make it all the way through, and then you got to go and you got to play a team that can play good on both sides of the ball, like the Niners or the Rams or the Seahawks. Right?
Yeah, if I'm going up, like if we, God willing, make the Super Bowl and go up against any 3 of those teams, I don't see us winning.
Not unless Drake May plays like Drake May.
Drake May.
Thank you for using his right name.
Yes.
it's actually hard to do.
It is kind of hard. It messes you up a little bit. Yeah. So, First Lady of New England's really got to be making sure that he's eating all of the Bakesmith stuff to really, be on the top of his game.
Comments were hilarious.
Yeah. I saw a video today where she was making
our Lord and Savior Drake May.
There was a video where she was like making something and Drake was in the background on the kitchen like island, like sitting down, like looking at his phone, and he had a little cough. It wasn't like a sick cough; it was just like a clearing his throat. And someone stitched it and was like, "My First Lady, did Drake just cough there? Does he need like medicine? I will give him medicine right now." Like it's just so funny.
We will send you some ibuprofen immediately. We'll run down to CVS and just like drop it off. If you don't even tell us, we already have your IP address.
It's so silly, but it's funny.
It's like honestly good-hearted in the weirdest, weirdest way.
That's something you see in the NFL.
Parasocially sweet is what I like to describe it.
Yeah, it's like we joke about it, but it's nothing. Like we're not trying to be mean about it. It's just like it's funny.
This looks exquisite, Mrs. May. Have you rubbed Drake May's belly 7 times for proper digestion? Like, who the fuck says that, man? At the same time, she's got to be reading some of these and just absolutely laughing. Like,
oh yeah.
All right.
I showed this to Drake. Like, God damn it, why are you showing me these? Oh man, the end of an era.
This defense,
possibly the end of 2 eras.
Maybe.
True.
Yeah. So, or again, refer to the graph.
Dude,
show rotation rate and blitz rate.
Passing defense tendencies.
Yeah, okay. And also the yards after catch. The Steelers had almost no yards after catch. Like once a receiver caught, it was 3 like on
3
his
white
ass
jerseys
already.
Just swarmed. Does this defense have a nickname?
I don't think so.
No.
Which one, the Texans or the
Texans?
One? Oh,
I think we should just call them the Horns.
Or the actual.
I was going to say H-Town Headhunters.
Nah, I think the Horns, because you're messing with the bull every time you play this team. So they're the Horns.
Yeah, and you're getting the Horns.
Well, every time you play their defense.
Yeah. Again, this team doesn't rotate out shell. This team blitzes 4. They lay their proverbial dick on the table and say, run it. And most teams can't.
Or throw it. And they can't.
By run it, I mean, like, run that shit. Like play the game.
Yeah.
Like, see if you can beat us. This game was crazy. So, I'll break it down. 30-6, the final score. Looks like a blowout, right? Kind of wrong. So, scoring. Pittsburgh. First quarter, 3 points. Second quarter, 3 points. Third quarter, 0. Fourth quarter, 0. Texans, first quarter 0, second quarter 7, third quarter 0, fourth quarter 23.
And 2 of them was pick 6 and a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah. So this defense, again, won them the game. The Texans' offense didn't do a ton. They did a little bit, but it was rough for them. This Texans defense just is... I am willing to die on this hill. This is the scariest defense since the Legion of Boom. This is scarier than the no-fly zone of the Broncos, more than the Vikings ones of a couple years.
The purple people eaters.
Well, the part 2 that they've had recently. The purple people eaters were back in your day.
Nick Caserio's been smoking, but he has assembled probably an all-time defense of this team wins a Super Bowl.
I mean, it got to give up to GM too for some of the draft picks, getting some players on free agency.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will Anderson, when they did get CJ Stroud for their number 2 pick, which that was their original pick, then trade up literally right after
Will Anderson.
number 3 and get Will Anderson.
We thought they are going to lose.
No, I wasn't thinking.
I don't know what they were targeting.
I was like,
it was aggressive. I'm like, if it works, it works. So this is kind of wild. And at least one of them worked, and we're not talking about Stroud.
That's not a move you normally see from the Texans. Even any other iteration of GM head coach combo, they have never been that aggressive in the draft before. So we're all just holy shit.
I will say that another big issue for this though was the offense giving the Steelers a lot of opportunities, and then the offense with the Steelers not being able to capitalize. I believe the Steelers' shift and caps locks buttons were broke on their keyboard because they could not capitalize for shit. 30-6 again was the final score. That was a simple pun. CJ Stroud, 21 for 32 for 250, a touchdown and a pick. Woody Marks on the ground, 19 for 112 and a touchdown. Christian Kirk, not to be confused with Charlie Kirk, Stephen A. Smith, 8 for 144 and a touchdown. For the Steelers.
Stephen A. Smith really make that joke?
Yeah, didn't make a joke. He was talking about how there was a long reception by Charlie Kirk, and it was, and he's like, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Yikes. For the Steelers, A-Rod, in possibly his final game, 17 for 33 for 146, no touchdowns, 1 interception return for a touchdown, and 4 sacks. Jalen Warren, lead rusher, 12 for 43, and lead receiver DK Metcalf, 2 for 42. DK Metcalf also had a really bad drop this game, so a really bad day
he wasn't targeted after that.
Yeah.
After that drop, he wasn't targeted for almost 2 quarters.
Yeah. Really bad day for super buff, tall wide receivers. AJ Brown and DK Metcalf. So the Texans had a bit of a problem. A pick by Stroud, and then Stroud also had 5 fumbles on the day. He had 3 turnovers in 1 quarter, I believe, which was a record, I think, in the playoffs. I think no one's, as a single player, has done that, which is crazy, because then it gave the Steelers the ball on so many occasions in good field position, and they weren't able to capitalize at all. Boswell did his job, 2 for 2 run field goals. Longest was 35 yards. But those were their 2 points, or their 2 scores, 6 points in total. This offense couldn't do a thing. This was the most just abusive use of defensive prowess I've seen. Because the Texans gave the Steelers, as you can see there, timing, multiple opportunities to just win the game. And yet, the Texans defense was like, all right, I got this. Goes out there and, just commits, felonies against the Steelers offense. Texans go back out on offense and are like, turnover. And then the defense goes back out and stops the Steelers again. And it's just over and over and over. And this defense, usually it's defense, you're bend, don't break. This defense didn't even fucking bend. Most defenses, are maybe a really bendy piece of wood on a bridge. This was a tungsten wall. This was 18 feet of reinforced rebar concrete. And the Steelers were trying to break through it with their skull. This was elder abuse. Aaron Rodgers was the target.
There wasn't even a bounty
he got
on him this
knocked
time
down. He
around.
still got the sack because he just went after legs.
Yeah. And then to top it all off, the Texans in the fourth quarter decided to score all of a sudden. Primarily of which was their defense. So moving forward for the Steelers, it's all going to be what happens in the offseason. Who you're getting as head coach, is Rodgers staying, who you're going to get in the offseason. Please,
if you're Pittsburgh,
do not do this.
My takeaway, you give out about 6 of them to go get Ty Simpson in the first round.
Don't do that.
Like, you know that Art Rooney II is listening to that quote like, that's not a bad idea.
That's horrible. Oof.
I don't think he's.
So yeah, who are you going to try to go get as a quarterback? Are you going to try to go into win now mode? Are you going to finally try and rebuild? You keeping Ramsey? What about Cam Hayward? Where's Rodgers going? Who's your? There's all these questions. So it's really
Hayward might retire.
Yeah, it's really up in the air right now. Moving on to the Texans, you guys are advancing forward. You guys are going to go and play the Patriots in Foxborough. It's going to be a cold game. Be ready for that. You cannot have this performance offensively. If this was all of C.J. Stroud's turnovers in the playoffs, cool. You got him out of the way. You need to go and you need to play better going into Foxborough if you're going to win. Even though the Patriots had a really bad offensive game, their defense was decent in that game against the Chargers. So you guys need to go out and do better.
Isn't this the Texans' first playoff road win?
Yeah,
in franchise history.
Holy,
yeah, that
holy,
wow,
moly, C.J. Stroud.
Do you?
Magic Johnson. What the fuck?
I don't know what he was saying there.
All right, we're getting that off my screen. That's our thoughts on the game. Yeah. Alrighty.
All right.
Now to break down to give our predictions for the next week. Let's quickly look at our scores. So shut up, Patrick Mums.
Oh, no gambling with Gorlami?
No, gambling's done. Packers lost. It's over.
Yeah,
no gambling.
Gorlami's upset.
Okay.
Gorlami's upset.
Let's get a gamble on now. What's the point?
I am still in last at 218-10, just in front of behind Gorlami though. I am 1 win away from tying him. I have a lot of losses though. Next up, obviously Gorlami 219-101. Then we have KDF 231-102. Then Maston 232-95, and Mama 234-99. So not that big of a difference between last and first place. Still a lot of chance to move, but there's a lot fewer games. So let's just go straight in. Let's give you our predictions. We have 4 games: 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and obviously the national championship game on Monday. So awesome. Starting out, Bills Broncos, 4:30 p.m. Mile High, Denver, Colorado. Probably gonna be very cold. It's been a very cold January this year. Broncos, amazing defense. They're doing great. They have an amazing ability to cover guys and get the guys set up, and a good run-stopping team as well. However, there's no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, and the Bills realize that. I like Josh Allen. Josh Allen can do Josh Allen things, and I think they will prove to be the victors because of his play. I will take the Bills by 2.
Also, one thing going against the Broncos, Sean Payne, Buffalo by 4.
I'm sticking with my bracket at work, so give me the Bills by 6.
I'm sticking with what my friend said. Mandate of Uma Musume, Broncos by 9.
Then after that, 49ers and Seahawks. This is in Seattle. They split their season series. We also saw another 2 really big division rivals split a series. And the winner of that game was the game that played a home game in a cold stadium in Soldier Field. Soldier Field starts with an S. Seahawks starts with an S. Give me the Seahawks by 5.
I think the injuries is going to finally kind of catch up to San Fran. I think the Seahawks saw the Eagles' game plan against McCaffrey too, so the defense will really clamp down. Seattle by 7.
Who's going to guard JSN? Simple question.
Easy
answer. No one.
Well, unless Sam Darnold goes to his Jets days, but don't worry, Adam Gase is not going to hurt you anymore.
Yeah, just gotta stick with what I'm going with. Seahawks by 12.
I'm also going to go Seahawks by 10.
All right, we're all in unison there. Second day, next up, Texans-Patriots. Texans have an amazing defense, however, their offense struggles. Defense does win championships. However, this is a team from Houston, one of the hottest cities in America, and they are going to cold Foxborough in semi-northern Massachusetts. I like the Patriots. I believe Vrabel is an amazing head coach and is going to be able to make adjustments, and they are going to hit the film room hard looking at what they failed to do in this past week. I will take the Patriots to beat the Texans by 3.
I'm just trying to think because that Houston defense is so scary. Like they'll make the points if the offense doesn't. Houston by 4. I think it'll be a good game though.
Patriots by 4.
Oh, a lot more guys rooting for my team than I thought it were. I'm gonna copy Lob. Patriots by 3. Like I think it's gonna be a tough game for us, but we'll still find a way to squeak out a win.
I think the biggest issue is that we all saw that Texans offensive performance against the Steelers and was just like,
I'm just looking at like Gonzo's going to have some fun with going up against this offense.
He could. There's also a possibility that
Nico.
Without Nico Collins too. Yeah. So
that injury. Oh God! If you saw how he hit his head. Ooh.
I didn't, but I'll look.
It was bad. It wasn't anything malicious. It was just he was trying to go for the ball, and it was just. He landed just right on his head.
All right, and then last but certainly not least, 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, January 18th, from the cold, windy city of Chicago, Illinois, at Soldier Field, the Bears take on the Rams. I believe I saw something about the Rams this season in cold weather outdoor climates being like 0-6 or something like that nature. It's bad. They're LA boys now. They like their calm weather where it's always like 70 something, blah, blah, blah. This is Midwestern football. Even if I don't like the Bears that much because I am married to a cheesehead, which, by the way, I wanted to grate the cheese Gorlami. My wife threatened divorce. So I'm
glad she did.
I'm gonna go with the Bears by 2.
I think it's going to depend on turnovers. It's a cheese grater. The thing is, though, the Bears could somehow get turnovers, but I don't know if it's going to last. I'm just going to say fuck it just for chaos. Chicago by 3.
Rams by 3.
No hesitation.
I'm also following my
bracket. Didn't have one of these. Give me the Bears by 6.
All right. Those are our predictions for this upcoming week of divisional round football. There are officially 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 football games left. Well, 10 if you count the College Football National Championship. There are 10 football games left in between college football and the NFL. So please enjoy them. You got 10 more to watch for the season, and it's done. Great slate. All the games aren't going to overlap, so it's awesome. I don't like that the college football playoff championship is on a Monday, but enjoy it. Got a big show against IU versus the U, and some great NFL football to boot both days before. So enjoy college, enjoy NFL, enjoy all the football you can as it's sadly winding down to a close. But this is a great time in the season to watch it with the playoffs, win or go home. Try to enjoy the weather if you can. You know, it's very cold. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.